Hey guys, so like I said, I'm going to work through an example of writing an equation in slope-intercept form. That's right, you heard me. Slope-intercept form when given the graph. So, I see where I'm supposed to write my answer. I have y equals blank times x plus blank. I see that I have my x-axis and my y-axis labeled clearly with the highlighters on the lines. And it's time for us to do what it says first, which is label the points. So, I'm going to start on the far left. The first point that I see is right there. And that point happens to be -2 on the x-axis. And then I need to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the point, -2, 7. Next thing's next. I've got this point, which is -1, and I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be the point -1, 5. Now, my next point is on the y-axis. So it's where x is 0, right? So if it's where x is 0, then I've got the point 0, and I got to go up 1, 2, 3. So it's the point 0, 3. That one's a special one. We're going to come back. Next up, I have the point 1, 1. And then I have the point 2, -1. And then I have the point 3, -3. So we've labeled all of our points. Ka-chow. Now it's time for us to try and take a look at some slope triangles. So to make our slope triangles, I'm going to go ahead and pick the purple. And I'm going to pull down from one point till I'm parallel with or even with the next dot. And then I'm going to slide across the x-axis. And I'm going to do the same thing for every single point because I'm trying to see something. So I'm going to create my slope triangles. And then I want to label them. So I want to label the lengths. So if we zoom in and we count, I see here I've got a change in y of 2 and a change in x of 1. Let's see if that holds true. I've also got a change in y of 2 and a change in x of 1. And that pattern continues the whole way through, doesn't it? It does right here. It does right here. And it also does here. So for all of these slope triangles, we've got a delta y of 2 and a delta x of 1. So if the slope is delta y over delta y over delta x is going to equal 2 over 1. So the slope is 2 over 1. Or is it? Well, if I look at my graph, when I start from left, I'm going down all the way to the right. So from left to right, it's decreasing. So instead of my delta y being a +2, it's like I'm going down the stairs. It's a downward slope, so it's got to be -2 over 1. And -2 over 1 can simply be written as -2. So now that I know that my slope is -2, I can fill in the blank, and y equals -2 times x. But now I need to figure out what b is, or what b is equal to. So remember that b equals this part of the y-intercept. So if we take a look at our graph, and we find our y-axis, which is labeled in green, we find the point on the y-axis, and we see that it's the point 0, 3. So that set, when x is 0, y is 3, so our y-intercept is simply the point 0, 3. So we're going to take this portion of it and fill it in up top. And the equation of my line is y equals -2 times x plus 3. Now, the way that you can check it is you can plug in each of the pairs of points and solve. So we can say that, let's take this point right here, the -1, 5. I can say that 5 is equal to -2 times -1 plus 3, and I get 5 equals 2 plus 3. 5 equals 5, and I know that I'm right. But there we go. We have our equation of our line written perfectly in slope-intercept form. Y equals -2 times x plus 3. Now it's your turn to go ahead and solve following the directions that I just gave.